Well, it turns out, I believe like 8 million people watched the Fox interview. I've heard a number from 7 million to 8.2. And they got to see everything all at once in one moment. I actually think it was one of a more important moment in political history, modern political history, than we could have imagined when it actually happened. But as I look back at it, what she was able to do in that one moment when she called out Bret Baier for showing the wrong clip, for misleading the American people, she was able to point again to Donald Trump's threat to go after his political adversaries with the military and show how a friendly media network that bends to his will play to him in even avoiding stories. So they show completely the wrong clip. She calls him out on it. Now, let me just tell you, from being in TV news all my life, local, cable, network, anybody at this table, I know the producers in the booth. If a clip runs and it's wrong, everybody knows it right away. It's like not the clip you're expecting. You know what you're expecting, and Bret Baier is really intelligent. I mean, they've got the best producers there, highest rated shows. They knew it was the wrong clip. And if they had even said something in the broadcast that they did 20 minutes later after the interview, that would have been reasonable. They waited a full day to tuck in to the end of Bret's show. Oh, by the way, I did make a mistake. I did not see the clip I was expecting. Here's the clip I was expecting. Okay, moving on. And no one on the network has talked about the clip at all. All they've done is talk about how Kamala Harris is nasty. But they haven't talked about how she actually called out Fox News on Fox News for what they do, which is sometimes disinformation, depending on the show. But at other times, it's subtle like this. Misleading the American public, moving things, avoiding the actual point of a story, or just not covering it. And in this case, it was all revealed in one moment by the candidate who was in the hot seat during a contentious interview, and yet she noticed the clip was wrong. He didn't. I am absolutely certain he knew it was the wrong clip, and he should have said it right away. So, Jean, your new column in the Washington Post is titled "Harris Ought to Send Bret Baier Flowers for That Fox News Interview." I agree. Tell us more.
Yeah. No, absolutely, because what an opportunity she had. It was a moment. There was potential great peril there for her in going on that interview with Fox News, and there was also a potential big upside, and I think she got all the upside she possibly could have gotten and more. She first of all, she got to present herself as she is, not as the caricature that Fox viewers have been told she is since she got in the race, or even before. She's not this sort of empty, vacuous shell who speaks only in word salad. In fact, she is a forceful, really informed public servant who has command of the issues, who doesn't back down from anybody, and who was able to not just sort of stand up to what a lot of people saw as bullying, but snap back at it and call it out.
The video, Jean, the video we just showed, I don't know if we can put it up again. Mm-hmm. But it's really important because that is such an important moment. She's telling him, you've got the wrong clip. Look at him. He's not owning up to it. He's hoping that she'll get really angry. But the thing is, they have shown the wrong clip, and he's not saying to his viewers, you're right, that was the wrong clip, let's get the right clip prepared, or let's find it and let's show it. And instead, he moves on and leaves it hanging there. And I'm sorry, that is what they do. And I'm really glad that 8.2 million Americans had a chance if they wanted it, and a lot of people can't be moved, but had a chance to see what they do in real time. I'll let you continue with your point. We've got a lot of news to get to. Go
That's
ahead, Gene.
absolutely right. That's another that was a huge benefit that she got out of this interview that I didn't see coming, which was exposing what Fox News does, and that was on Fox News. I thought that was incredible. The other thing she got to do is to explain. Yes, she does have policies. The Fox viewers have been told over and over again that, she doesn't have any policies. She doesn't. Who is she? What is she about? What does she want to do? She got to talk about what she will do as president of the United States and her economic programs. And by the way, you might not have heard that all the national security officials who work for Donald Trump are all opposing him this time around because they think he's so dangerous. And by the way, I just came from an event with 100 Republicans who are crossing party lines to vote for me instead of Donald Trump. She got to put facts into the right-wing media bubble, which believes in alternative facts. And I thought that was really significant. It's like putting a virus into that machine. And so all in all, I thought it was, she got more out of it than she could have possibly hoped.
Yeah, and also as a service, actually.